go on Timothy to church, up church, then we're going to come back around, and when we come back around, I want you geared back up again so that we take Main Street as loud as we can. I want to hear like the depths of what you got in those pipes when we are hammering down on Main Street. Without further ado, I am so excited and honored to welcome Heather Hursts to this stage. Can you hear me? All right. So I'm an introvert and I get lost in my head. So instead of flying by the seat of my pants, I've got my paper with me.
It's incredible.
And let me say, welcome. Take Back the Night has evolved over the years. From the uprising early years of the mid-70s when I was born, to the growing pains of controversy and debate over who should attend and how. But tonight we stand in solidarity with the impulse of this event that has survived the past 4 decades. The right to be. Pure and simple, Take Back the Night is a movement that was started by women who realized their right to exist was being undermined, threatened, and removed by interpersonal violence. The list of examples of interpersonal violence is long, gruesome, and exhausting. And I could stand here and list the facts and statistics behind Take Back the Night, but since this is an open invitation event, my gut tells me most of you here already know. Many of you have already experienced a form of interpersonal violence, and I honor you. Too many of you may still be experiencing it. One is too many. May we honor you. And every single one of you here knows at least one person who has been the victim of interpersonal violence. They may not have told you, but I guarantee you, at least one person you know has been. May they be honored. We are a multitude, often silent and struggling to survive. I know because I was born glorious and innocent, and I grew up abused and harmed to my very core. For me, it wasn't just someone, it was 3 different someones, from my earliest memories to the age of 14. I was supposed to be able to look up to these role models, respect them, and be protected by them. Instead of learning how to trust, how to be loved, how to be cared for, and in return give these things back, I learned how to hurt. I grew up thinking I was a bad person, thinking that I deserved to have bad things happen to me, thinking that I was doing bad things, that my body was not mine to control, that my body was not mine. And protect? I didn't know anything about protection. So we can be mad. I have been mad. I have been stark raving mad, blinded by rage, caught up in its electrical current, and left fried, fringed, and frail. When sexual, relational, or domestic violence is part of your reality, it cuts to the core of your personal worth. And when your core has been compromised, something is gonna give. Being mad is par for the course. It's normal or expected in these kinds of circumstances, and it's needed. But I will tell you this, it is not our strength. It is our fire, calling us to action, igniting us to change. Our strength, my friends, doesn't come from a reaction, a response, or even a retaliation. Our strength comes from compassion, connection, and collaboration. Compassion, because first and foremost, we must hold ourselves in a compassionate light to see the immeasurable value of our individual worth. And sometimes that is hard. And that's where the power of connection comes in. Because when we connect with people who are there for our best interest and who want to see us thrive, that validates the truth of our core. That connection confirms our humanity. And when we are able to hold compassion and make connections, collaborations naturally begin to arise. And when we do things together, we are bigger, we are louder, and we are stronger. That is why I am here tonight. I have chosen compassion. First for myself, next for humanity. We are frail and we are flawed, but we are also fierce. And we are capable of more than we have ever allowed ourselves to be, especially when we come together. So we have chosen to be here tonight. We have chosen to come together, and when we choose to come together, we unite.
Yes, we do.
We are not the ones who need the light shone on the realities of interpersonal violence. We are the light. I challenge each and every one of you to hold that thought, hold that truth. We are the light. When we're holding the lights during the candlelight vigil, we are holding the lights for all who have been affected. We are holding the light. Take Back the Night is part of a movement that has propelled conversations, legislations, and rehabilitations. Conversations that examine the inherent value of each and every one of us. Legislations that support the welfare and validity of each and every one of us. And rehabilitations that work to heal and nourish each and every one of us. The shadows that veil interpersonal violence have existed for generations upon generations. When we show up, we shine our light on these shadows. When we challenge cultural and social norms that encourage violence, we shine our light onto these shadows. When we demand laws and policies to assist in altering norms linked to violence, we shine our light onto these shadows. When we have conversations on consent, we shine our light. When we talk about sexual respect, we shine our light. When we raise the issue of rape culture, we shine our light. Every time we stand to any of these shadows of interpersonal violence, we are shining. We are the movement. Every step, every ripple builds and adds momentum to the waves of change that the next generations will experience. The waves of change that this generation is beginning to experience together. Tonight, we aren't just marching to claim the right, to claim the night. We are marching to claim our light.